Hello, cyber enthusiasts. Welcome back to another riveting episode of The Daily Threat, your go-to source for the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news. We have a jam-packed show for you today. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all things cybersecurity. Our first story takes us into the treacherous world of WordPress vulnerabilities. A recently discovered threat has shaken the cybersecurity community as attackers have exploited a fake WordPress security advisory to inject a backdoor plugin into unsuspecting websites. This devious attack was first reported by Bleeping Computer, and here's the lowdown. The attackers ingeniously crafted a false security advisory, leading website administrators to believe they were installing a critical update. Little did they know, they were inadvertently welcoming a malicious backdoor into their systems. Once inside, the attackers had the keys to the kingdom, allowing them to execute arbitrary code, steal sensitive information, and potentially wreak havoc on the compromised sites. So, how did they pull it off? The attackers exploited the trust users have in security updates. The bogus advisory closely mimicked the appearance of legitimate WordPress notifications, making it difficult for even seasoned admins to discern the fraud. Once the plugin was installed, it operated covertly, evading traditional security measures. The risk here is colossal. Businesses relying on WordPress for their online presence face not only reputational damage, but also potential data breaches and financial losses. What can you do to protect your website? Regularly verify the authenticity of security updates, utilize reputable security plugins, and stay informed about the latest threats. Moving on to our second story, Microsoft is issuing a stern warning about a malicious advertising scheme that could compromise your system just by visiting a website. The Hacker News has the scoop on this alarming development. This latest threat involves malvertising, where attackers leverage online advertising networks to spread malware. Victims don't even need to click on the ads. The mere act of visiting a compromised website is enough to trigger the attack. Microsoft has identified this as a significant risk, as it can affect users across various platforms and devices. The attackers exploit vulnerabilities in the ad ecosystem to deliver malicious payloads to unsuspecting users. These payloads can range from ransomware to banking trojans, putting personal and financial information at severe risk. To protect yourself, ensure that your browsers and security software are up to date. Consider using ad blockers, but be cautious as some websites may restrict access when ad blockers are active. Always exercise caution when visiting unfamiliar sites, and if possible, stick to reputable platforms. Our last story revolves around a massive security breach at 23andMe, the popular genetic testing service. TechCrunch has the details on how hackers managed to pilfer ancestry data from 6.9 million users. This breach is particularly concerning because it involves highly sensitive personal information. The attackers gained unauthorized access to 23andMe's database, exfiltrating extensive ancestry data belonging to millions of users. The potential for identity theft, privacy breaches, and even targeted phishing attacks is astronomical. How did they get in? The specifics are still emerging, but it's a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities that exist in even the most secure databases. As a user, it's crucial to regularly update your passwords, enable two-factor authentication whenever possible, and monitor your accounts for any suspicious activity. Now, before we wrap up, let's summarize some best practices to stay ahead of these threats. Regularly update your software, use reputable security tools, be cautious with online ads, and always be vigilant about the authenticity of security advisories. That concludes today's episode of The Daily Threat. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends and colleagues. Together, we can build a safer digital world. Today's episode has been brought to you by QIT Solutions, your partner in cybersecurity excellence. Stay safe out there, and until next time, signing off.